Hello everyone, Lady Saber here, back finally with the next installment of Sir Sam the Chivalrous. Again, here are the players. Player 1, me, Lady Saber of House Snark. I'm pretty athletic, but it's mostly reserved to a few specific activities. Most of my classes have been changed for the new semester, so I spend a lot of time meandering in the enormous school building, just like a stupid freshman. Player 2 is most regrettably Sir Sam the Chaste and Chivalrous. He wears the standard neck-planted attire of cargo shorts, two tight graphic tees, and the wide brim brown fedora, as well as the heavy musk of Axe hottest fragrance, teenage angst. Or maybe it's pretentious ejaculator? Hard to tell. He's a chronic underachiever, taking the lowest level credits offered and treating his failing grades like an accomplishment. As such, he doesn't share any of my classes, yet. Minor player, number 3, is my counselor. He isn't a very agreeable person, but he and I have worked pretty close, so that my credits satisfy both the school and my exchange program. All of my classes are a semester long, so after my exams, my whole schedule changes. I'm taking creative writing, chemistry, sociology, and pre-cal. It isn't until a few days into these classes that my counselor summons me to his office. As it happens, the school requires students to take 2 gym class credits. Otherwise, you can't graduate. Because I'm planning a lot of AP classes in my 11th and 12th year, I decided to switch sociology with an open gym course. The next day, I head to my new class, Net Games. It's in the gym on the opposite side of the school, making for a very long walk. I find the gym easy enough, but it's empty, so I hunt for another 5 minutes to find an actual classroom. I ended up being late, and everyone looks at me like I just crawled out from under a log, including Sir Sam. Yes, Sir Sam, in a gym course. There's a few open seats, 2 of which are on either side of Sir Sam. He excitedly pulls out a chair from his left. I opt for the seat on the other side of the room. Mr. Coach is explaining badminton rules, while Sam gives me the occasional glances, turning almost completely in his seat, as subtle as a dynamite charge. Because I missed the first few days, Mr. Coach dumps a huge stack of forms on my desk, so that I can take home and sign.
We just went over the basic information stuff the last few days, so you should be good.
After our crash course on the rules, everyone moseys out toward the lockers. As I stand, Sir Sam scrambles like an egg on an extra cheesy McMuffin to accompany my lady. He holds the door for me, even though it stopped open. The journey to the locker was a short distance, but it felt like it took a lifetime. The hallway is wide, but the tight crowd and the number of turns makes the trip significantly awkward with Sir Sam lumbering by. He decides to make intriguing conversation as we walk.
So, Net Games, huh?
Yeah?
Cool. It's funny. Only signed up for this class because I thought it meant like, net games? I mean, games you play on the internet? You know, on the computer.
I would like some vinaigrette on that word salad.
Oh, okay.
Based on the number of other students who've yet to see the sun this year, he's not alone in his mistake. I managed to deflect conversation long enough to reach the door, and when I get to the girls' room, I half expect Sam to try to follow me inside. But before I can stop him, someone else does the honor. We'll call her Bree.
Yo, what are you doing?
Nothing. Just talking to Lady Saber.
Nito, this is the girls' locker room, so why don't you find someone else who doesn't want to talk to you, okay?
Bree's a big girl, and has obviously practiced the jock persona well. Sam considers holding his ground, but he backs off, with his face red and his fists clenched. As we change, Bree and I talk.
So, how you liking your new boyfriend?
Sam? Oh, no, we are not. No. Oh, God, no.
I'm playing with you. That kid's a creep. You're that exchange student, right?
That's me.
Bree eventually asks me about my scar, and she offers to tell me a few of the more fantastical versions that was being passed around.
Hang out with me today. He won't with you.
While piling back into the hallway, Bree and I get separated in the crowd. At the end of the hall, Sam catches up with me, like a freight train to a loaded school bus. He's still wearing the same getup, fedora included. What he did with his 10 minutes in the locker room, I don't want to know.
Hey, Lady Saber, what's up? I can't wait for this class to be over.
Me neither.
Believe me.
Huh? I'm not even gonna do anything in here. It's not like anyone can actually make me.
That's about all the words he can spit out before we're in the gym. Mr. Coach comes in behind the class. We take a seat on the bleachers while he explains what the plan is for the day. Sam plops down to my left, slouching back and taking up far more than the reasonable space. Bree is on my right, and I feel like I'm about to be drawn and quartered between the she-wolf and the buttered rhino. While Mr. Coach briefly explains daily gym routine, Bree and I maintain a strained conversation as a pretense for ignoring Sam. He refuses to be left out. As Bree and I talk, Sam oh so subtly scoots closer and tries to insert himself into our conversation. Laughing boisterously at our jokes, Bree scoots in the opposite direction, giving me space to scoot away. Sam follows right along, making a delightful scooter puff train. This goes on for about a half a meter. I try holding up my palm for personal space, and I get a high five. Bree has a pretty weak stomach for cringe.
Bruh, Sam, you need to give Lady Saber some space.
What are you talking about, random girl I don't know?
Dude, seriously, do you have any idea what personal space is?
Not soon enough, Mr. Coach directs us to do warm-ups. Sir Sam has already decided that warm-ups are beneath him. Him and a few others stay sitting, while the rest of the class go through the motions of running laps, a round of suicides, a few basic stretches. All the while, Sir Sam is watching me. His face is slightly lost. He desperately wants to follow me around, but he doesn't want anything to do with Bree. He continues to overthink his strategy until the class finishes. We go to work setting up the badminton sets, and Sam is pretty much the only one setting out now, and Mr. Coach has had enough of it. After a minute of persistent berating, Sir Sam reluctantly gives in, but with Bree by my side, he holds his distance. As it turns out, I'm pretty good at badminton. Mr. Coach lets us all free play and strolls around to give people advice. Bree and I start out together, but we eventually decide to split up and find other matches during the last few minutes of the class. No sooner has Bree left than Sam swoops in for a chance to win Milady's heart, tipping his fedora in greeting.
Hey, Lady Saber, want to play a game?
Everyone else is paired off in singles or doubles. I'm trapped like Frodo in Shelob's lair.
I was actually about to go grab some water.
You've hardly done anything.
I shrug that off, and I push through the double doors into the hall. I spend as long as I can drinking and standing around, and I took a little longer going back in. Sure enough, most people have switched around, but the faithful Sir Sam was still waiting for me.
You must have been thirsty.
I had no idea what to say to that, but Sam was happy to fill in the blanks.
We were gonna play, right?
Sam, I thought you said you weren't going to do anything in this class.
Well, yeah, but I didn't think we were gonna play badminton. That's easy.
You know how to play?
Oh, yeah, I used to play it with my friends a lot. It's easy.
It is glaringly obvious that he's never played before. He tries to serve it overhand, he holds the racket sideways for a swing, and whiffs 3 times before trying underhand. That one works, if hitting under the net counts. And out of bounds seems to change with each return. First it's that line, then it's this line, and then it's somewhere sort of between the 2 lines, and I always manage to land barely between the wrong sides of it. It's like playing checkers with a pigeon. At one point,
Hey, all you
Mr.
have to
Coach
do is
stops
this.
by to
It'll
try
make
to
it a
help
lot
Sam with
easier.
his
Keep it
technique.
between
With
the lines.
gratitude,
You
Sir
should be
Sam would
fine.
say,
Okay, whatever.
and
Yeah, I know.
so he moves on to the next person. After only a few rounds, another guy joins our game. He jumps in on my side, and Sam reacts immediately.
Hey, 2-on-1 isn't fair.
Okay, maybe you two could be together.
No, Lady Saber, you and I should be on a team.
Sir Sam aside, I still enjoy the game. I consider sitting it out, but I'm not going to be kept from something I like. Plus, he'd probably sit it out with me to make sure I'm safe.
All right then.
Luckily for me, there's not a whole lot of playing to do. Sam insists on trying to return every shot in protection of my lady's honor. My job is to hold the racket, look ready, and dance out of the way while Sam dives for the shot on my side of the court. It's kind of like playing underwater tag with a beluga. The other guy we're playing with is deliberately hitting things toward my side, trying to give me something to return. When it's Sam's turn to serve, my turn is always the next time. Sometimes he'll randomly hit it towards me really fast.
Hey, watch out!
Think fast, Lady Saber.
The best part? I'm on Fedora Patrol. When his suede great helm takes a tumble, I'm supposed to get it.
Hey, Lady Saber, grab my hat.
You dropped it, Sam.
Yeah, but you're closer.
Was there ever so sweet a sound as 2 whistle blast? The class starts to take down the nets and put away the gear. Bree catches up with me again, and Sam sheepishly retreats to a safe distance, remaining there for the rest of the class. After that school day, I storm into the counselor's office and beg for a class change. I stay for almost 2 hours, making everything from angry demands to crocodile tears. Finally, he relents, and he lets me switch back to my original schedule. I promise to make up my credit next year, and I'm planning to hunt for threatening course titles like Full Contact Physical Sports Level 3. That way I know Sir Sam won't be in it. Thank you very much for joining me for this edition of Sir Sam. We've got one more to go in the series, so I'm going to be getting onto that very shortly. I will have a randomly funny ready for you, and that should be up within a couple of days. I hope you enjoyed this one. The next one should be quite a bit longer, probably 20-30 minutes. It might even be longer. It seems like a very long story. I'd like to give a special thanks to my wife for playing Lady Saber, and also a special thanks to my patrons for helping support this channel. It helps me with a sense of stability to help support this channel, and I really appreciate it. If you want to support this channel and get advanced audio broadcasts that you can download and listen to anytime, you can go to my Patreon page listed below for just $1 a month, or you can give a one-time donation to the channel. Again, thank you again for joining me, and until next time, just remember, have fun with your failures or they'll have fun with you.